Hey, it's Noir Nerd, and welcome to this, the third vlog in the NoirNights vlog series. NoirNights is a vampire interactive fiction game that I'm developing using Twine and the chatbook format. So in the last vlog I was talking about the art, and that's mostly what this vlog is going to focus on. The game is more or less complete now, in fact. Minus a few little minor bugs and breaking points I need to fix. It's basically done. So I thought I'd focus again on the artwork, because that's something that I'm, in all honesty, struggling with a bit now. Just to define the style and to finalise the look and style of the artworks that will accompany each branch in the narrative and the story. So things I'm happy with so far, and I'll talk about in general about the project so far, is the story is actually quite immersive. There's a lot of different endings as well. There's a alignment system in there as well, so you can be good and evil to varying degrees, as well as there's a lot of different endings, which is from playtesting has been a good thing. So you can get lots of different types of vampire that you can become, as well as a varying degree of endings and a real feeling of choice in the game, which has been good. And like I said, the game itself is more or less done now within Twine in the chatbook format. So what I'm going to focus on today is just the artwork style. I'm going to discuss that, show images here, and just basically talk about where I'm going with the art style. I'm going to go through a few different pieces of artwork and say what I like, what I think needs to be improved, just if you find that interesting. So I'm Noir Nerd. Just before I start, like and subscribe if you like the content. My content is tutorials and game dev and web dev vlogs. Anyway, all that out of the way, let's get on to the actual video. So the first piece I'm showing is one of the first pieces I did, which is the alley piece. You might have seen this before, possibly it was in previous vlogs. So this is an original pencil drawing. I'll talk more about how I'm changing the way I'm working as well a bit further on, but this is a pencil drawing. I like the general feeling and atmosphere of it. I think I might swap this out though at some point in the future, because it's quite rough. It has a sketch-like feeling. I want to make something a bit more refined. I like how the hand is there and the composition in the foreground, which is quite nice. That you got the player's hand. It's quite a nice touch, but in terms of the actual just polished version of it, I think I want to make it a bit more polished. I did originally try and make a version I edited with GNU image manipulation program, but it didn't end up looking very good. So that's one. This next one is one of the new pieces of artwork I've done. So, sorry, the dog's barking. Howling more like, it's probably a car across. But when it comes to, so in the game you can basically become many different types of vampire. I don't want to give away too much of the plot, but basically this is one of the types that you can become. This is a picture, or an early draft picture for one of the types you can become. So I like the red and black colour combination. That's always the colour combination that I've always liked, and I think it works for vampires. Of course, it's the classic colour combination, the black and red with the suit and the tie. So I like that. I feel like the image could be refined a bit more in facial features of the character. In terms of the actual background and overall feeling of what I like, but I just think it could be tidied up a bit. I'm producing these new artworks now with an app called Painter, I think made by a company called Infinity. I just paid for it actually, £7.49, Great British pounds, and it's a great app to work with actually, because it's more like painting as opposed to drawing. You can get all sorts of different brushes, you can blend colours, erase things, and it's just very much like more like a process of actual painting, which is where I think of the styles I'm going to go with overall of the entire artwork for the game. It's more of a painterly style, like a traditional oil painting mixed with, I don't know, like maybe marker pens or something like that, I guess. So in general, I like the contrast, the sort of dynamism of some of the background, and this piece I'm quite happy with. I just need to tidy it up a bit basically. Another one of the earlier pieces I did is, there's a club you visit quite early in the game called Dark Horse. This is another piece produced in the traditional way, so a drawing. So I think I may also rework this piece, possibly not, I'm not sure. But it's okay, but it just seems a bit out of place in terms of a city. I think it needs a bit more atmosphere in general. This piece, which is quite dark in nature and a bit more, shows an emaciated vampire. That's another type of vampire you can become in the game. This is probably one of my favourites of the new style of artwork I've been producing. I think facially it looks quite good. The nose needs a bit of work, but apart from that, the expression is there to express a sort of, you know, skinny Nosferatu, more like Nosferatu style vampire, which is like the overly sort of vampire that you might see in Vampire the Masquerade, for example. So quite happy with that. I like that. This is probably the style I'm going to go more in the going forward, is a darker, more expressionistic style. That's basically what I'm aiming for, is an expressionistic, painterly style, I guess, really. This one is another one I'm quite happy with. It's basically a character you can interact with in the game, reading a newspaper. This is made of a combination of a drawing and using GNU image manipulation program. I think I'll keep this one in and not mess around with it too much. I like the style of it. I think I've got a degree of character in this drawing, so I think I'm going to keep this one. I think I covered it in the last video, so I won't talk about it too much. Now this is an attempt of painting one of the scenes, which I can't, so I don't want to go into too much detail of it, but I think I may rework this one. I think it lacks the correct dynamism that it requires for the image and what it's supposed to portray. The blue is a bit too bright and a bit too fun and happy, I think, the colour combination, so I'm going to rework this one. Probably into the more painterly style. This character is a character who basically runs an occult bookstore. I might modify this somewhat. The eyes are too big as well, I think. I've got the proportions a bit wrong with the eyes. They're a bit giant really. So I'm going to use this as a proprietary sketch, I think, and then probably do it in the new painterly style, I believe. This is an early drawing of the police officer, done in the traditional style again. It's okay, but I might modify it in the future. It's like a police officer you might encounter in the game. You might encounter, there's no guarantee. So it's sort of alright, but again, I might see if I can improve it. It sort of works on a functional level, but I think it could be done better. So I might either work on this as a base or completely redo it, I think. So in the game, there are several artworks that you can interact with in various different places, look at, and it gives you clues to story elements. This is one such story element in the game or artwork in the game that has a component in the story, potentially, because it can go in different ways. And I think I'll probably keep this in, because it's just it sort of works as it is. It's a traditional drawing that's been edited to add some colour with it with digital programs, and I think it works for what it is. It's only a minor element of the game, so yeah. This drawing I'm quite happy with, actually. It portrays a priest that you might encounter in the game. I quite like how I've made it like an icon. This is a traditional drawing, again mixed with GNU image manipulation program for some colour, and I'm pretty happy with this one. I'm going to keep it in, I think. I don't think I want to edit it or anything. I think there's a bit of expression or character at least portrayed in there. He seems sort of reserved, priest-like figure, so I think we're going to keep him in the game. Again, this is one of the characters that you encounter in the game, and I quite like this drawing actually. I think I've done pretty good with this one. And again, it's the traditional drawing method mixed with some image manipulation. Just in certain key areas, added some colour, like mostly red. It's like that rouge and sort of colour. Red's obviously going to be quite a predominant colour in the colour scheme of the game because it's vampires and stuff. This piece is another artwork in the game. I think I might re-edit some parts of it, but it's okay. But I'm not really happy with the bulb in the top right corner. It's just looks a bit out of place. The figure herself looks, yeah, sort of okay, but I might edit some more on that. This is pretty fine. It's just like a drawing again, but then edited. and it's just like an eye with a tear. It's fine, I think. Now this character is a new one that's okay. I think it's a character you may encounter somewhere in the game, and I think it sort of works. It's just a very basic drawing. Not much more to say about that one. This is a new one, another artwork, a bunch of series of artworks you can view in the game. This needs a lot of work. I just did a sketch, then painted over it with Painter app, but it needs a lot more work and detail. It's just like a sketch, like a proprietary underpainting, I guess, at the minute. So I'm going to work on this one a lot more, just refine it. So that is just a bit of more of an insight into some of the artwork I'm developing for the game. As I said, the game itself is basically done now. I'll maybe show you the development of how far it's gone. I think I mentioned in the other vlogs you have a blood level, so whenever you kill someone your strength goes up, and you also have money, so it incorporates money and a little bit of an economy into the game, so you can buy things. And yeah, I look forward to sharing more in the future, but that was vlog 3 on NoirNights. Hope you've enjoyed it. Should have an HIO page up when it's done, and I'm also going to release it on Play Store as a mobile phone app. For free, no ads, so that'll be good. No adverts or anything, just a free game you can play on your phone. That'll do. I think once I've finished all the artwork process, I'll post up a final vlog talking about the game completed, and that'll probably do, I think. Noir Nerd, peace.